I am Rasima Jah, and I'm a relationship coach and also a marriage trainer. How I started with coaching couples and all that goes way back about 25 years ago, where I deal with a lot of families and familial issues, couple issues, and from there I noticed that what's most important in a relationship in the family is that the couples, the husband and wife, should have a very good, strong foundation of love, respect, and a good, strong relationship with each other, because they need to be happy. Yeah, if couples are happy, the children who see them are also going to be happy, and the children are going to school feeling happy. They will be more focused in school, and they will bring back happy grades. And when they bring back happy grades, parents will definitely be happy, and therefore the whole family will be happy. So it all started with what? It all started with just one person, either the husband or the wife, and they are happy. And when they are happy, the whole family will be happy. And likewise, if it's the other way around, if a husband or wife is not happy with the relationship that they have as a husband or a wife, the whole family will be affected negatively. I love helping couples preparing for their marriage, because marriage is a happy occasion for everyone, right? Now, a couple can spend up to about 250 hours, can you believe it? 250 hours preparing for their wedding. Well, who doesn't like to prepare for their wedding, right? However, many of us forget to prepare for our marriage, and marriage starts after the wedding. And this is something that many of us put all this, not that we do not know, but we tend to put all this behind us because we are so busy preparing for our wedding. But what's more important is that you're going to live with the other person for the rest of your life after the wedding. Couples should be also thinking about managing their marriage after the wedding, because there are a lot of adjustments to be done after wedding. Yeah, there are a lot of things that you may not be comfortable with for the first few months or even for the first year, and these are something that you can learn a lot in the marriage preparation course. And the reason why I also love to do the preparation course is because I love the energy that young couples bring into my classroom, with a lot of experiences that they have about couplehood, about their engagement and so on and so forth. And I love to actually share with them also on what they are going to expect, or they can expect, after they get married. What are the real scenarios that they can look forward to, in terms of how to actually build their marriage in a longer, stronger foundation. So couples can look forward to build their relationship in a more loving, stronger and healthier way through the course that I'm giving in my marriage preparation course. Couples want to get married for many reasons, and the reasons could be something like they have been together for a long time, and therefore they want to go to the next step of their relationship. While others may have other reasons, like the parents are coaxing them to marry early, for fear of something else, something undesirable would happen. And some of them are really ready to get married, in terms of financially, mentally, emotionally. And so, whatever reasons that they come with, in the marriage preparation course, we will scaffold, their intention of getting married. And not only that, they would also revisit their intention of getting married. Yeah, and this is where we teach them. Yeah, I teach them on how to look at their vision for themselves as an individual, also as a couple in a marriage, and also as a parent later on in their family life. We look at vision, we look at their values, because different people come with different values because they come from a different home. And therefore, sometimes, a lot of couples think that, all this actually can be solved, all this can be aligned, all this can be, solved or resolved in quickly, in a marriage. Not knowing that, a lot of adjustments have to be done after the wedding when you just got married. A lot of couples who have gotten married, if they have the chance to speak with you, they would tell you that there are a lot of adjustments really. And if we do not know how to manage that adjustments, we'll get into unnecessary conflicts, unnecessary miscommunications that can be totally avoided if you know exactly how to actually manage and adjust, to the other person and also in the married life. So in this course, I would love to impart, a lot of tips on marriage, on how to manage marriage, on how to manage your relationship with your spouse especially. And some of the things that we'll be talking about are going to be very interesting. Something like sexual relationship, yeah? Something like how to manage your differences, because everyone will have differences. Yeah? While we want to be compatible, but sometimes we do not know how to embrace our differences and how to use that differences appropriately with each other, then it is going to be a very difficult uphill task for the both of you. So these are something that we want to share with you on how you could actually manage your differences amicably. And I would also share with you on how to actually manage your finances together, because different people will have different habits of managing their money. And if we're not careful, okay, money can be a very, very sensitive thing and very dicey, and it can actually cause a lot of conflict in your marriage. Talking about conflict, we also share with you tips on how to actually manage your conflict, because conflict will always be there. Yeah, people say that, I want to have a blissful marriage. Blissful marriage does not mean that you do not have any conflicts. Yeah, we are all imperfect person. Yeah, we have our nuances, we have our good points, we have our good habits and not so good habits. So sometimes we would clash. And this is the reality of marriage, yeah. The reality of it is that you can manage it well if you know the techniques, you know the tools of how to actually manage it well together, because this is a marriage. Marriage means it's a partnership between the both of you. And therefore, if you know how to actually take care, manage your conflicts together, your communication together, marriage, yes, marriage can definitely be blissful, and marriage is a beautiful thing. I've been married for 20 years, for your information, and it has been blissful. It has been a very, beautiful, loving journey together with my spouse. And how do I do that? Because I, like you, when I was young, I actually practiced what I learned in a marriage preparation course. And that's why sometimes, some people say that, well, marriage preparation course, what can, 2 days or 1 day do, for us? How can it guarantee that we will not get into, big trouble to the extent of, going to Sharia court and things like that? But look, a big wedding, a very expensive wedding that you have actually crafted would also not guarantee that your marriage will last, would it? But at least, with these 2 days and 1 day marriage preparation course, it is actually preparing you, for a marriage that can be lasting, that can be loving, that can be healthy. And this is what we want in a marriage. Some of the things that couples have benefited from my course is that, they say that, the course is very energetic, very engaging. It's because, the class is not like, many years ago, yeah, where you just sit down and you listen to what the trainers or the facilitators have to say. This Cinta Abadi 2-day course and also my 1-day fast track course It's very, very interactive, very fun in nature because there'll be games and activities. My course will also allow you to do a lot of self-reflection as well as couple reflection. That means you do the reflection together, and we give you a lot of shura time. Shura time means for you to discuss together, because that's what marriage is all about, you know, for you to do things together and to be able to discuss so that you can have a lot of time together to craft things together, because this marriage is about togetherness. And so a lot of the couples say that they love my course is because they are able to know who they are. Yeah, as a psychologist, I also give them tips on looking into their own personality, what their personality is, how do they behave, yeah, and things like that. So when they know who they are more aware of who they are. It is easier, yeah, for them to understand themselves, and also the I also give them the opportunity to know their spouse, their personality of their spouse, so that knowing yourself and knowing your spouse, you would then be able to know how to actually manage each other's different behaviors and similarities as well. So this is where couples say that they love this, because it's like a session of revisiting who they are and revisiting who their couple, who their partner is. So what you can expect from my class is you're not going to sleep, because there are a lot of activities, yeah, and you're going to be on your toes, knowing, learning a lot of concepts about marriage, about relationship, about family as well. And if you're lucky, I will also provide you with some tips on how to be excellent parents if we have the time. And you're going to get also, yeah, in my course, something different, yeah, which is the personality assessment, not commonly used and not commonly in the market. And that is something that is a plus if you were to come to my course. I'm also going to discuss a lot of scenarios, real scenarios, marriage scenarios that you can participate in. And these scenarios are actually relevant to today's context, relevant to you young people. For example, you guys have a lot of friends, and is it okay to actually keep your friends after marriage? Yeah? Can you still go out with your friends until the next morning? Can you still be very close to your friends of the opposite sex in Instagram? Can you smule with them? Is that okay in marriage? Yeah, and can you keep your account in the Facebook, or do you have to have a joint account in the Facebook? All this are some of the scenarios that we'll be talking about. And not only that, yeah, I know some of you would want to know how to actually romance your in-laws, how to have a good relationship with your in-laws. May they be your parents-in-law or your ipaduai, So these are the things that we'll be talking, the real issues, yeah, about relationship in the class, and you can look forward to it. So if you have any queries, or if you are interested to register, don't forget to go to akadnika.sg and subscribe, because it's free.